Oh, so welcome to the News of the Squared,
Yay!
episode 51. There is no Ivan.
Area 51. Do we have any aliens stories?
I don't know. Do
Well,
we
let's
have any
find out.
Do we have any DJ buffet stories?
Any stories involving blueberry pie? We'll find
Yeah,
out.
seriously.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, the end of the Squares of the Roundtable show,
Yeah.
you'll find it.
Yes.
Ivan's never going to live this one down.
Oh,
In
next
fact,
week he's in trouble.
And in fairness, it's not even us. Did that come from? That came from Scott.
Scott!
Right?
Scott was our vigilant reporter commentating on the Ivan's Twitch channel. So.
You know what? I had a really bad idea. I had a really bad idea. We need Scott to come on and review Ivan's Twitch show.
Okay. Well,
We need to have
I could
Scott-
watch it and I could give you my review then.
Yeah, but
Because I tend to do that when I
Yeah,
can.
Well, okay, so you and Scott need to kind of do. Yeah, that'd be kind of something. Because Scott's going to nail him on everything. Scott will have no mercy, which is just kind of amusing. Okay, so what do we have this? We got a lot of stuff.
Yes, many stories. We did tease last week from Scott, our chief correspondent for News of the Squared. Apparently, robbers got creative and held up a place wearing masks made of real watermelons.
Okay.
Okay, so nearly everybody's wearing a face mask these days following recommendations to slow the spread of the coronavirus, but I don't know about you, but there are times when I forget mine. I know what seems irresponsible, but I have a cloth mask that sometimes when I switch outfits I leave with my previous jacket. Well, it didn't stop two men who decided to use hollowed-out watermelons as the perfect way to remain unidentified while committing a crime.
Maybe they were getting hungry.
Yeah, they had to eat the insides out and just get a little
You know
snack.
who that? You know what? That's what Ivan would do.
Do you eat the seeds?
No,
Or no, you spit the seeds out?
I don't use the seeds. No.
Okay, these two boneheads from Louisa, Virginia, donned the hollowed-out melons with holes cut out for eyes
Yeah.
as they entered a local gas station and convenience store called Sheets with a Z and made off with some goodies on May 6th.
Were any of them Jolly Rancher watermelon candy?
Yeah, need some more watermelons in my life.
Yeah, seriously.
Louisa Police Department are asking for the public for help in identifying the suspects in a Facebook post, which told people to reference the case Melon Heads. On May 16th, they updated the post with news that an arrest had been made. Whoa. Arrest had been made. 20-year-old Justin Rogers was arrested as one of the individuals involved in the heist. He faces charges of misdemeanor larceny of alcohol, misdemeanor possession of alcohol by an underage person, felony prohibition of wearing a mask. Felony prohibition of wearing a mask face covering in public. Wow, they have that in Virginia. Whoa.
Really?
And at the moment, there's no word on if the other man had been arrested. I just really want to know how they caught the first guy.
Yeah, really.
And how they get the melons to not fall off while they were robbing the place.
It's not easy being green. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well,
They're a couple of melon heads.
it's funny. From the picture, I couldn't tell that those were eyes, but
No, they're
like
eye holes.
I feel like I've seen this done before. Like, this isn't something that hasn't been done before, but...
Yeah, it looked like maybe like 3/4 of a watermelon had been
Yeah.
with 2 eye holes.
But yeah, no, I mean, hey, look, if you got a spare watermelon sitting around and you need to rob a grocery store...
I think just take a new sock and just cut it up, and it'd be easier to make a mask. But the fact that they found one of them, like how did the cops said, okay, who bought a watermelon in the last few weeks?
I mean, could it really be
days.
that simple?
Go to tracing back watermelon sales.
You know what it is? Probably like Grandma went into the refrigerator like, "Where's my watermelon at? Someone took my watermelon."
My grandson stole my watermelon.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry, grandson.
You ratted me out, Grandma.
You ready to be out, Grandma?
I was gonna get some Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, and some Starburst or something. There's
Yeah,
Skittles, watermelon Skittles,
there's
or
some gummy bears. Plenty of
yeah,
watermelon flavored items.
uh, vodka. Isn't there vodka?
I'm sure there's all kind of fruit flavored
Yeah,
drinks you can
seriously.
get. So yeah, well, justice has been served.
Yeah,
Watermelon flavored.
yeah. I was gonna say justice has been served in a side of watermelon, but
Hmm.
yeah, maybe some pineapple later. Hey, did you see that thing? Somebody put banana on pizza. What the fuck?
Dude, that is wrong.
Oh my god! I
That's
swear to
wrong.
God. See, this is why you can't have pineapple on pizza. It's because then you got people doing this garbage. What are you thinking? I mean, okay,
What were
maybe
you
if
thinking?
you, I mean, maybe if we're talking about like a dessert pizza where it had like Nutella and that kind of stuff, sure.
Yeah,
But
I like bananas, but I don't like bananas on pizza.
well,
That
but
is
if it was
terrible.
like a,
That's
well, it was like I said, if it was like a dessert pizza where it wasn't like spaghetti sauce and all that kind of stuff, okay, fine, maybe that might work. But spaghetti sauce
hmm.
or tomato sauce and bananas and it cooks and they're mushy. Ew. I don't know.
No way.
No. I'm not there. Speaking of places I'm also not, or things I have not seen, apparently look, there's a market, Mike, for a job that we have not been aware of. That apparently there's a cam girl that makes a living by signing dirty talk to deaf people.
See, we talked about like they would have like subtitles on certain websites for certain videos that that serve a particular purpose for some people, and this is a niche that she's found a good place to help make some money on herself. So
Yeah.
good on her.
I I'm looking at this. I don't know what this translates to. So, her name is Crystal Rivers, and
I'm sure that's her real name.
yeah, I'm positive. And ironically, of course, from Florida.
Yay, Florida woman! Yay!
Yeah, yay! Two birds, one stone. Yay!
Yes.
Two ticks. Wow. Literally. They say she can make up to 7. See, this has got to be a story from England. It says 7,000 pounds a month. I don't know what that is in American money. I'm
sure I could do the quick little Google search, but I don't
Yeah.
want
Oh, I
too
was
much
gonna
work,
ask.
too much
Okay.
research.
Too much research for this show. So apparently she became a fluent American Sign Language right after a lesson at school, and aged 8, inspired to learn her. I guess she was inspired to learn it. So, she worked at Disney World and she used to use this, and she began webcamming. Started signing her broadcasts a couple months ago when a deaf viewer turned in. Wait, let me see if I get this right. She works at Disney World. Am I understanding this right? She works at Disney World and she does dirty talk cams for sign language.
Well, she's not going to work for Disney for much longer.
Well, maybe she's on furlough. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, right,
Maybe. Crystal says, who is single, okay. I'm the only webcam model I know of who does American Sign Language. I'm opening up a whole new world for people. I want all my fans to be able to properly communicate with me and not just have to sit and type. I do all sorts all sorts on camera. Sometimes I'll sit and chat about my life. Sometimes I'll live stream myself playing games. Sometimes I'll do more adult stuff like dance and flash my boobs. We're more about the dance and flash the boobs, or at least I am. I'll still sign along when I'm talking dirty or moaning. How do you sign moaning? I guess you can.
Just the letter O and then a few H's.
Yeah, maybe. It can feel a bit silly, but that way all my fans can hear me. Landing a job at Disney World when she was 18, Crystal, who grew up dreaming of joining the Peace Corps, recalled how delighted guests would be when she used American Sign Language. Even if her customers didn't respond to me, I tried signing just in case, and they were deaf or hearing impaired. their eyes would light up. Well, apparently now she lights up something else. I can hear perfectly. I can hear perfectly myself. So lots of people ask me how I knew it, but the truth is, I just wanted to learn how to help people, which is why you're also.
Well, she's helping.
Yes, like any language it took. Well, okay, so this goes on for a while about this. Everyone wants to communicate. They certainly do. Okay, so apparently she's been working at Disney World since she was in her 20s. Someone talked to her about webcamming, and now she's doing this. She did quit Disney. She does this full time. Okay. She does do this full time. So she went from Mickey to her own little Disney World.
Many child stars who started out in Disney, they've
down
the dark path. She started.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. She's averaging. It didn't take long to build up a fan base, but the idea of incorporating ASL into her raunchy videos came by chance when she was looking up how to say a particular word on camera one day, and in a sign language book she owned, a user who had logged in to watch had asked her if she knew sign language, and the pair struck up a conversation leading to more and more deaf fans logging in to watch her. Now she makes, get this, $3,000 to $6,000 a month, and can take home as much as $10,000
a month.
A month.
Good on her.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, we've talked about before that there's a market for this kind of stuff, and so yeah, I mean, more power to her. And again, this is available on the Squares page. You can check it out if you have somebody who might want some deaf loving. There you go.
Take the watermelon off your head and go check out this candle.
Yeah, or come up, walk over and say, hey, baby, I got some watermelon for you. I don't know. Although that might fall into this next story.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, half the fun of this story is half the fun of this next story is just the headline. Because I feel bad because the rest of it's I feel bad because the rest of it's actually not that funny. It's just the whole idea of it that's funny. Which is that adult film star Ron Jeremy fighting to save a tree outside of his childhood home in Queens.
Man, oh man. Man just trying to save the planet.
Trying to save his wood.
Yeah.
It's just about his wood. Leave it,
Leave Ron's wood alone. He knows what to do with it.
So this is what I posted on my personal page. The comments were great. It's like sometimes the jokes just write themselves. And we'll get to the legitimate story. It is a legitimate story, and in fairness, I actually felt for the guy. I mean, for the hedgehog. He it seemed like it was a legitimate deal. I gotta find these. Sorry, Mike. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I gotta find how far back this went, but there was some good stuff. This is what happens when you.
The comments section sometimes is the best part of any article.
Right. No, I mean the comment section. Like when I posted it to my page.
Right.
I'm trying to find it here for a second. And it's taking too much. Oh, by the way, apparently Chad Johnson, the former Cincinnati Bengal wideout, tipped $1,000 to a business, by the way.
Yeah, it was a restaurant that they opened, and he left a nice note and a $1,000 tip.
Yeah.
Which apparently, I don't know, well, that's good on him. Ocho Cinco, man.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco. Cinco Ocho. But I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Eventually we'll get there. Here it is. Aha, that took a little longer than I thought. Some of the comments I got from people when I kind of was like, so many jokes, which was one from an individual. Jeremy fighting hard to keep wood. Adult film at 11. Every time he steps outside, there is a tree in his yard. Could get a stiff fine for that.
Oh.
Namas wood. That piece of wood used to be a tiny flaccid succulent before it met Rod. when the game would wait when the wood would game over. Okay, I don't know how that one, but yeah, that one wasn't so good. But so in fairness, this is a real deal story, but there's just too many jokes where it's like Ron Jeremy protecting his wood or helping out his wood, or that's Ron Jeremy, 67. Jeez, I didn't realize he was that old.
Well,
I mean, even the articles like porn stars beloved wood getting axed.
Oh.
I mean, everybody's getting into this. It's like, hey, here, City said that Ron Jeremy's 67-year-old wood is in poor condition. Now, why you gotta be that way to the guy?
Come on, man. He's a legend.
A spokesperson for hey, look, he has bedded some amazing women that you and I would love to, spend 5 seconds with.
Back in their day, I'm sure they were.
Or even now.
Well, some now, yeah.
Even now.
A couple of now, they be cougars,
Yeah, well, not even cougars. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, for all I know, he's getting 18-year-old. Shoot.
Not including the ones in sign language.
Yeah, so, that's true. And he certainly doesn't need to wear watermelon on his head to do it. Although,
Nope.
I think some of the women might prefer that. A spokesperson for the Department of Parks and Recs told the Queen's Chronicle, that its foresters inspected a 23-inch diameter tree on May 1st and found it to be less than half the tree's canopy remains, and a few branches are left likely to fall but do not pose an imminent threat because of status. It would need to be taken out at some time in the future. Jeremy, who said the tree was planted by his father in 1953, the day the adult superstar was born, was devastated to hear the news. I used to cuddle... Oh, God. Really?
Used to cuddle his wood.
He used to... Come on, Ron. You ought to know better by now. I used to cuddle the tree all the time.
Ooh.
The tree and me were born the same day. Me and the tree have a kinship. We used to hug it all the time. God, there's so many things to say there. Just so many. A man and his wood. Leave it alone. Jeremy told the Chronicle May 18th, securing himself a bona fide tree hugger. When you got wood, you got to do something. He also said he used to spend days climbing its trunk and throwing acorns at passersby from the shade of the foliage. Currently in California, Jeremy turned to the power of the internet to save his friend. I need your help to save my tree. Good Lord. Please let Con Edison know that they cannot tear down this tree. Please help me save my tree. Con Edison actually responded, we understand your concern. However, we are not involved with this tree's pruning or the removal job. Please reach out to NYC Parks and Recs Department for more information. The Parks and Rec spokesperson said the energy company will provide clearance prior to the tree's removal because some of its branches are close to power lines.
Yeah, you can trim it, but if it's more than half dead, then I don't know, man. Doesn't sound...
every line that people... when you're talking to somebody who's Ron Jeremy and you're talking about a tree, you really need to be careful about everything you're going to write or what you're going to say. Like, here's something from the spokesperson. We appreciate Mr. Jeremy's personal attachment to the tree in front of his childhood home. Come on, man.
Well, he's not wrong. He has a personal attachment to it.
Yes, I'm sure he... Oh, God. Our city street trees are not just environmental assets. They also connect us to our roots. Oh,
Jesus
shit!
Christ.
reminding us of the people and places we love. I'm sure it does. I'm telling you.
Well,
people need to really consider. The Star sent out a second tweet of him hugging and kissing the tree, along with further requests to save it. This time tagging. Oh, great! Not only did he tag the Parks Department, he tagged Mayor Bill de Blasio. I'm sure that went over well. Let's see. did he? According to this, his body of work eventually made him the #1 porn star of all time, according to Adult Video News.
Well, he is a legend.
Yeah, but #1? Well, I
But
mean,
he was
maybe
there,
for men.
like in the well, there were stag films in the 70s, and then in the 80s they went to video cassette, and that's when the porn business took off, right?
Yeah,
that's what I learned from Boogie Nights.
Yeah, Jeremy's love for the tree is so strong he considered catching a flight to Queens to visit it once again. He's going to go to Queens to visit his wood. Oh, God. To show support for Jeremy, an anonymous individual under the user the name Josh Loves Rod's Tree began a petition on change.org for calling for the rescue of the tree. Save Rod Jeremy's tree.
Is there a link to the change.org?
Oh, God.
We've got to see how many people signed it.
As of this writing, as of this article, 84 signatures of the 100 goal. You know they crushed that thing. You know that they had to crush it. God, this is that. See, the problem is, I actually feel for the guy. I get it. I totally understand. And
well,
yet,
if he should have bought the property, right? I mean,
I don't.
If it is his childhood home, then I presume he bought it just to preserve the tree. That's why he's on the property.
Well, I guess let's go for the trifecta of man. This week is all the dirty adult stories.
That's why I'm letting you read them.
I know.
Because I'm classy.
Yeah, your message, Carrot of Jeff Stein. Oh, boy. Okay, so this one from the USA Today. Pole dancing and hand sanitizer. Wyoming strip club reopens. Masks on, clothes off party. Okay, look. You gotta be kidding me. Look, I'm all for strip clubs. You know I'm a strip club guy. You know that I'm happy to go to gentlemen's clubs. This is just silly. But it's Wyoming, so here
Well,
you
with
go.
the mask on, the droplets will have a less chance of reaching you.
But their clothes are... Okay.
Well, if she's wearing a thong... Then,
yeah.
But I mean...
Well, but they're going to take their clothes off.
I mean, like, if you're, like, armed, contact, like, with limbs, like, you're not...
know. All I can say is the Admiral Theater in Chicago shouldn't have a problem. They don't get near anybody anyway when they dance.
Yeah, we're on the verge of reopening somewhat here in Illinois next week, so...
Well, that's just a shot at the Admiral anyway. The Den, one of the first strip clubs to reopen, is one of the first strip clubs to reopen in the country. Club Friday night threw a masks on, clothes off party. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming. Cleo counts out crumpled bills, straightening them. $22, not too bad, says the 23-year-old. I want to see what the 23-year-old looks like. But all around her are more than a dozen naked women are dancing around on stage, swinging their hips. As customers shower the dancers with money, it's like any other night at this rural club on the Wyoming-Colorado border. With one notable exception, the dancers are all wearing barely their outfits. Every one of them is wearing a mask. This is just... I mean, I understand for some of these women they haven't made any money in a while, but
the CDC doing the resting bitch face, and the owner of the club is like, what?
like for example, it's like here, this girl that they talk to, and she's ready to make even more if it brings her far closer to the customers in the state's 6-foot social distancing guidelines. According to her quote, I feel like my makeup is sweating off under this thing, as she adds from behind her banana, and then looks up at the music and goes, oh, that's my song, gotta go. Okay. Cleo didn't want to use her real name because of potential harassment. No shit. Climbers up on 5-inch pole heels, and okay, that's not nearly important. So apparently they were like the first strip clubs to open in the country in the United States. And they had a mask on, close-off party because Wyoming has had so few cases, the state health officials on Friday allowed most businesses to reopen, including sit-down restaurants and bars, which is how the den is licensed. Likely due to its large size and small population, Wyoming has only had a few coronavirus cases. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking at this. I can't believe this. Oh, so the owner is a woman. Interesting. So she says she doesn't feel completely secure in reopening, but she's felt she had no choice but to open alongside other bars in Cheyenne. Some which started serving at 9 a.m. The den shut down after Easter.
Yeah, alcohol consumption is up like 300% in the country since the lockdown.
Oh, apparently, okay, so here's the kicker. This woman did not get stimulus money, did not get the
small business loan or whatever from the stimulus bill that they passed, yeah.
Right, so there's the real answer. The real answer is that they wouldn't be open if she had gotten the small business
Did you get
loan.
your stimulus check?
I did.
Yeah, I did. I got mine, yeah.
I got mine a while ago. Yeah. So that's open. So let's recap, shall we? We have a woman who does sign language for the deaf, who does dirty talk. We found that out that Ron Jeremy wants to save his tree and his wood. And apparently, if you really need to get your boogie on with some half-naked women or fully naked women, you can go out to Wyoming and, just have fun with the strippers out there. And so there's all that.
And we got this one now from BuzzFeed here. Apparently, a woman has made a huge, sparkly sculpture of a clitoris.
Oh, you got that one? Yes.
Yes. And she calls it the glitterous. This article on BuzzFeed. Ali Sebastian Wolf is an artist from Sydney, Australia. And there's a picture of her with her latest artwork. It's a large... Yes, it is. I guess that is what it is. 100-to-1 scale model of a clitoris.
Yes.
Painted gold and covered in glitter and sequined nerves. So it's like some kind of vascular kind of look to it. Wolf says the glitterous was made to educate people on part of the body that is still greatly misunderstood. She says it's political and feminist, but also a celebration, she said. It's a hell of a lot of playful fun. Under the surface, it's so much more. It's a glorious spaceship-looking creature with 8,000 nerves that can swell to 3 times its size in moments.
Yes, it's a glorious
It's set
creature.
to be exhibited in a Sydney bar and art space, The Bearded Tit.
I got... What?
Yeah. Place is called The Bearded Tit.
The Bearded Tit.
The exhibition will also feature performances by a group called Clitorati, described by Wolf as bejeweled priestesses of the clit.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, she's kind of like a gold and purple jumpsuit with blue hair, kind of looking like Lady Gaga, and she's holding this huge thing over her head, and it is it.
Well, it certainly makes it easier to find a clitoris now.
That's right. The world will be a happier, healthier place when this shape is as familiar as the old John Thomas, Wolf said.
John Thomas?
I think
you mean like Ron Jeremy's tree?
Right. I think that's what she's referring to.
Okay.
So
we need to have this next to Ron Jeremy's tree.
Yes. Have her fly her in with her glitterous and put it next to Ron Jeremy's wood.
Or we could transplant the wood so that it could travel with the giant clitoris.
Might bring that tree back to life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it would stimulate the sculpture. The clitoris.
Right.
Whatever.
By
the way, I think I read the wrong one, by the way, for the Ron Jeremy thing, but that's okay.
That's all right.
It's okay. I think that way I read the updated, but...
that was the update, okay.
That was the update. Let's see, what else we got? Bumper, okay, so here's how this has got to be a Florida story, right? Or
nope.
Is this a...
is this Baltimore?
Is this Baltimore?
Yes, Ocean City out by Baltimore, yeah.
Right outside of Baltimore. So apparently... There was a apparently one of the Ocean City restaurant decided to use bumper tables made of inner tubes to enforce social distancing. This is actually quite clever. I give them all the credit in the world for this one. An event planning company in Baltimore has unveiled a unique way to socialize while practicing social distancing during the pandemic. The Revolution Event and Design Production created what was called a bumper table, a table with wheels attached to the bottom of its legs and surrounded by an inflatable inner tube. The creation keeps participants 6 feet from each other, but allows them the opportunity to talk, eat, or drink in social settings.
Yeah, there's a video from the website off the old Baltimore Sun where they're wheeling themselves down a ramp from a trailer of a truck. And yeah, this looked like they got a big table around them. It's like those things you put the babies in so they can walk around.
Yeah.
Those stroller things.
And I thought, so let me see if I got this right. We have now become like those little babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so originally when I looked at the picture, I didn't realize that. I thought that was water. Like they were in like bumper boats and they were in like the water, but that's not water at all.
Nope, they're just in like an open lot or something.
I wonder how you fit people. I mean, because not everybody's the same size. I don't think I'd fit in there.
Yeah, there's a certain diameter of hole in the center. And then there's like a table around it with the inner tube on the outside. So you can put your food or drink or whatever. Social distancing. Hooray.
We've talked about Ron Jeremy's wood. Now we're going to talk about baloney smugglers caught at the border. Border agents seized 590 pounds of smuggled bologna and cold cuts in Texas in 2 different incidences. The first took place. Maybe this is what happened to the guys with the watermelons.
Yeah, they were stealing cold cuts in the watermelon helmets.
Yes,
or
possibly.
Yeah.
The first incident took place back in mid-May. At the Yeltsin port of entry, a driver of a GMAC Acadia arrived from Mexico. The driver initially did not declare any agricultural or food items prior to inspection. The vehicle was referred to a secondary inspection where 35 rolls of pork
35 rolls. How do you hide 35 rolls of pork bologna?
That's 350 pounds, by the way.
Jesus.
And 9 rolls of pork poultry cold cuts. 99
It's like those huge rods you see at the deli. How do you hide that?
Forget that. How do you, what do you have to declare? Oh, I ain't got nothing. You got 450 pounds.
Not the 500 pounds of cold cuts you got in the back with the rear tires way down, or the back of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they obviously saw the vehicle sagging down or something.
Covered in blankets and items. How do you miss it?
Blankets.
So wait, let me see if I got this right. Now you got hot meat. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay. The second incident apparently happened on the bridge the following day. The
very next day.
Bridge of Americas. A driver of Toyota Sienna arrived from Mexico and did not declare any goods. They found 141 pounds of bologna mixed with clothes in the rear storage area. The meats in both incidents were destroyed by agents.
Oh.
No, technically they have to. People are prohibited in bringing in meats because they are made from pork and poultry. The potential for introducing animal
diseases. You're right.
Well, then why are we allowed?
They got to go through proper channels, I guess.
Why are we around?
Would you eat a bologna sandwich from bologna that was in a guy's car for like half a day?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Especially if it sounds like it's not been refrigerated.
Yeah, right.
What else we got? Here? See, here's an example of stuff I don't get. Explain this one to me. You and your friends have to try to survive Jason at this campground in Arizona.
Well, it's like for Halloween time, you know? Because there's a place out in the west by me, where they have like a zombie survival kind of thing, where they'll give you like an air gun or whatever, and you can go and shoot zombies that are coming at you, like the zombie apocalypse.
This just doesn't sound like... This doesn't sound like fun to me.
Yeah, this ain't Diggerland. That's true.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Not Diggerland.
Survive Slasher Camp.
Survive Slasher Camp, and the folks over at have a new property. One is not a full-grown campground, but the property will offer a wide variety of slasher scenarios, guaranteed to freak out even the biggest horror films. Can you survive the night? So, yeah, apparently they do. Yeah, it's on the Facebook page. Like I said, to me...
No, it's not my thing. Neither of us are big horror fans. So.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of big horrors, but not big horror fans. Yes.
What about ones that can use sign language?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
A few of them have used sign language with me before. There's one sign I totally understand. There are a couple others too, now that I think about it. Well,
in more food news story, we talked about the bologna getting smuggled over the border, and they were not wasn't a good smuggler either. He had probably owes Jabba the Hutt some money. Yep. This from WJLA. Apparently, a semi has spilled 40,000 pounds of mac and cheese on a Tennessee interstate.
Jeez Louise.
Out of Nashville, this out of WZTV. Traffic was a mess last Wednesday morning when an overturned tractor trailer spilled 40,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese onto an interstate in Nashville.
Wow, that's a lot of mac and cheese.
Photos show the food spilled into the interstate of the I-24 I-40 merge. No injuries were reported. Both the semi and the mac and cheese were expected to be cleaned up by early afternoon. Middle Tennessee saw two other food-related accidents just days before. On Monday and Tuesday, a tractor trailer hauling frozen chicken and another hauling pumpkin pie caught on fire.
Fire.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Now, do you put hot dogs in with the mac and cheese? Or do you put a meat or something like bacon or something in the mac and cheese?
Sometimes put bacon in it? Sometimes chicken.
Chicken? Really?
Yeah. Okay. I can make it work.
Yeah, sometimes we just have hot dogs and mac and cheese. That was one of my dad's favorite meals.
Pepperoni is a possibility sometimes. A little bit.
But mac and cheese, yep. 40,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese.
What we got? We got this one, something from you about tasteful science.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? This lickable screen can recreate almost any... What is this? This lickable screen can create almost any taste or flavor without eating food. Well, doesn't that defeat the point?
It's like tasteable television. It's like...
Why would I...
If you want to taste what's on your TV screen or something.
Yeah, but then what if I want more?
It's all right.
What if I want to eat it?
It's for the whole viewing experience. Sometimes you'll be in, some of those movie theaters.
They have the...
They have the smoke, and they'll have smell, things you can smell. Mm-hmm. If there's a gunfight, they'll put an odor in the theater where you'll smell sulfur or from gunshot fire. And smokes from smoke machine, and you can move the chairs or something. Like a full interactive experience, like in the movies. This way, you can taste stuff.
Does that mean they're going to have a golden clitoris I can touch and do this with?
I wouldn't know how it tastes. I don't know how you get programmed into this. But no matter how they may make you feel, licking your gadgets and electronics is never recommended unless you're a researcher from the Meiji University in Japan who has invented what's being described as a taste display that can artificially recreate any flavor by triggering the 5 different tastes on a user's tongue. So it was inspired by how easily our eyes can be tricked into seeing something that technically doesn't exist, But the screen you're looking at uses microscopic pixels made up of red, green, and blue elements that combine in varying intensities to create full-color images. Yes, we know this. Home Mishiata is she's created the Norimaki synthesizer. So she's wondered whether the similar approach could be made to trick the tongue, which is why their synthesizer is also referred to as a taste display. So the color-coated gels made from agar formed from the shape of long tubes. So it's like a microphone. You kind of like lick the end of it, and then it'll create different, using glycine to create the taste of sweet, citric acid, acidic, sodium chloride for salty, magnesium chloride for bitter, glutamic sodium for savory umami. When this device is pressed against the tongue, the user experiences all 5 tastes at the same time, but specific flavors are created by mixing those tastes in specific amounts and intensities. Like the RGB pixels on a screen, to accomplish this, the prototype is wrapped in copper foil so that when held in hand and touched to the surface, it forms an electrical circuit through the human body, facilitating a technique known as electrophoresis.
Oh, boy.
So now you can taste what's on the TV screen.
Great. And then
watching Dine-Ins, Dives, and Diners with Guy Fieri, and you can lick along with what he's eating.
Or maybe you can just get Drag-A-Livery to deliver it from the Queen's restaurant that delivers food with a side of fabulous. This is from NBC New York.
More crazy shit going on in Queens, man.
Yeah, more. Yeah, maybe they're out there trying to save Ron Jeremy's wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently restaurants compete for delivery, one Mexican restaurant in Queens is trying to set itself apart by offering a drag show with every order delivered. That's kind of amazing. Fresco Cantina in Queens has always been known for a good time. Drag queens are regulars, and their performances are part of the must-see dining experience. After the virus hit, the restaurant owners had an idea. If their customers can't come to see them, the drag queens will come to the customers.
And they're not getting dragged around. They're just dragging.
Customers who place a $50 or more order can select a drag deliverer and will be treated to much more than tacos and guacamole. Like I said, it's just a matter of. Yeah, maybe they'll bring you a giant golden clitoris too, and save Ron Jeremy's wood while they're at it.
Yeah, while wearing a watermelon mask.
Yes, the watermelon mask might help.
Yeah, and if you don't know what watermelon tastes like, you can use the
other thing.
Miyazaki synthesizer.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a plan. I think we could do that. I think we could do all that.
Yeah. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, no, I don't got any more. Unless DJ Buffet is going to show up.
Let's put some blueberry pie.
That's how we do this. We should do it that way. We should. There's a thought. Ivan can't eat food. He has to lick that thing to figure out about
the synthesizer that made in Japan. Taste the pastries while he spins his record. You can see Ivan spin his records on Twitch. It's Jive Ivan with an A. That's Javan.
And he blueberry pie while he does it.
And blueberry pie. JAVANIVAN on twitch.tv or download the app and you can watch him spin his records. We're on YouTube. Click the bell, subscribe, you get new content. Of course, Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Of course, that's where you can see all these crazy stories on Facebook. Shout out to Scott! And of course, download this podcast onto your mobile device or whatever thing you're listening to this show on through Apple, Podbean, Anchor, Spotify. Email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, man. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm feeling the need for some blueberry pie.
Oh, my.
I don't know. Or maybe I need the licking thing to figure out what I want to eat. I don't know. We should save Ron Jeremy's wood, though. I think that's important.
We'll sign that change.org.
Yeah, well, no, I think there's other ways to do that, too. And save the clitoris. Wait, I don't think that was the problem.
That's in Australia.
Problem. Right? Yeah, or whatever. They should bring that to that strip club. That'd be good.
Or have the drag queens bring it around.
Yeah, seriously. Now there you go. Have the drag queens drive around the giant
with the glitterous, yes.
Yes. And
100 to 1 scale.
Yes, and then they bring it to Ron Jeremy, childhood home of Ron Jeremy.
And then you can have someone sign language describing the whole situation to you.
Yes.
In dirty talk.
You know, it's fairness. We've talked about. You're right. We did talk about this, where it's like how they don't have any of like that stuff at the bottom for like different porn and stuff like that. In fairness, considering how bad what we get for normal TV, God, even porn would be worse. I mean, how much can you screw up? Okay, that was a little too far.
Baby.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Catch y'all next time. Take it easy, folks. Stay safe.
Bye.